Our next comedian, she has performed at the Broadway Comedy Club in New York City. She has been a featured comic on Valentine's Day at the Greenwich Village Comedy Club in New York City. She's performed at many clubs in Philadelphia. She's also performed at several nursing homes throughout the Bucks County area. In fact, any place that said, hey, fuck it, let's do a comedy show, has hired our next guest. And I'm gonna do the music, Charlie, I'm sorry. Bring it up for Kate LaVergne!
Yes, that was the Bluey theme song. The soundtrack of my life. I know I already said hello, Duff McDuffs, but I want to say again, thank you so much for having me here. If you have never heard me speak before or seen me perform, I do want to introduce myself. My name is Catherine Mary Cecilia Kennedy LaVergne Mendish Ladansu, which is why I go by Kate. I've tried out other nicknames too, because Kate's pretty common, you know, like Your Royal Highness, or Your Eminence, or Kathy. The problem with Kathy is that then I feel morally obligated to say things like, hi, my name's Kathy the Cat Lady. I have 6 cats and 7 sweaters, and one of those sweaters has a cat on it, so it's like I have 7 cats. And I'm allergic to cats. That's why I stick with Kate. I really am very excited to be here tonight, though, mostly because my kids aren't. And it's very special. You know, I even went and got waxed for you guys. My eyebrows. Normally, I would just shave them in the car when I do my mustache. Like any good Italian girl would do. I actually usually shave even before I go in to get them waxed because I'm not trying to get upsold. Plus, once you start waxing, it just grows back in thicker, and guys, I'm already about to run out of face. Yeah, actually, and for those of you who follow me on Facebook, you'll know yesterday I went in to get the pre-show wax, opened the door to the nail salon, and the person who usually does my eyebrows looked at me and said, oh, eyebrows and lips? And I was like, no, just eyebrows. And then she asked me if I was sure. And that's what I realized. Instead of springing forward, my mustache fell back. It's great. You know, fun fact, woolly mammoths went extinct 4,000 years ago when all of their hair migrated to my eyebrows, back, and upper lip. I'm actually kind of disappointed, honestly, even like a little pissed off that I didn't get to inherit anything like a magical amulet or holy relic from my ancestors. You know, all I got was excess body hair and Catholicism. Like, literally, my dad's great-grandparents from Italy were a priest and a nun. And I don't know how much any of you know about Catholicism. No one should be able to have any kind of grandparents who were both a priest and a nun. This is what we call a mistake. Yeah, I'm glad that people laughed at that. I don't think they laughed back then. Some people are born Catholic. Some people achieve Catholicness. And others have Catholicism thrust upon them and run away to America to have a baby. And my mother-in-law, she puts my Catholicism to shame, though. You know, because she's not just Catholic, she's Portuguese. And as much as there are stereotypes about people being Catholic, like, I mean, I feel bad even saying this. There's one about us feeling guilty all the time. There's also one about Catholics having these, like, ridiculously big, loud, obnoxious families. And that's a bold-faced lie, because if that were true, right now I could say something like, I don't know, make some noise if you're related to me. Woo! Yeah, that one might be true, actually. You know, I think part of that isn't even that we're Catholic, it's just that we're all really socially awkward. Because in this family, we don't ever have to make friends. Because we just make friends. Mom, I really want a friend. friend. Okay, honey, give me like 9 months. And that's how I got my sister. And my other sister. And my brother. And my other. Anyway, back to my mother-in-law. But she puts my Catholicism to shame. You know, she is very sweet and kind. She's given me a lot over the years. Love, support, her son. Don't know if that was worth it. But also like a weird amount of religious iconography. So, like all of you, we also have a 2-foot statue of the Lady of Fatima on top of our fridge. Which is great, you know, you're making dinner, dancing around the kitchen, singing along to WAP. That's from Cardi B Mom. Making inappropriate eye contact with the statue of the Virgin Mary. Yeah, it is good though that she was Catholic, raised her son Catholic, so I got to meet the human Brillo pad that is my son, my husband at church. You know, and lucky for me, he likes his women like he likes his coffee. You know, cheap, sweet, and blonde. It's been rough. Now, I'm 33 years old. We've been together for 17 years. Yeah, you better woo. We have 2 kids and a house, and, you know, I don't want to be one of those girls, but I think it's starting to get kind of serious. We still find ways to keep things spicy, though. You know, not too spicy, because we finally reached the age where we have to take a Tums before we go horizontal. Yeah, this is normally where I tell a wildly inappropriate joke about our sex life, but my mom is here, and I did promise I would stop telling it, so I'm just going to talk about it instead. And maybe I may throw it in at the end if I feel like making her more uncomfortable than she is in this very moment. We also said till death do us part, but we never specifies whose death. So if any of you are looking to like knock someone over, want to see me afterwards, put me one step closer to that second marriage. Hopefully this time to a pediatrician. But yeah, we have our 2 kids. You know, we're trying to raise them to be good kids. You know, we want them to be strong and self-assured and confident. And, you know, earlier this week, I think I got confirmation that we've achieved this. As I was giving my toddler a bath, and he stood up and he looked me in the eyes. And I looked down at him and I said, "Do you have to go potty?" And he said, "No." And then immediately pooped in the tub. So I really don't think confidence is something we need to focus on all that much anymore. I'm pretty sure he's good. I'm also pretty sure he's going to be the one to solve world hunger, because ever since he shoved a damp handful of vegetable straws into my mouth, I haven't wanted to eat at all. I'm also still trying to figure out if lollipops are naturally fuzzy or if this might be a sourcing issue. He's a really smart kid, though. You know, we went to Target the other day, as Aunt slowly moved the camera and broke focus.
Keep going. You went to
Keep going.
Target.
Oh, we went to Target. Thank you. Yes, you weren't there, but I appreciate that you've heard this before. We were at Target the other day / the beginning of the month. And we pulled in, and from the back seat, my toddler shouts, "We're home!" And like, he's not wrong. We are there a lot. You know, it's because I like to go shopping after work because I look presentable. You know, I'm not going to waste that outfit on Walmart. Those are Target shopping clothes. Which just means until further notice, whenever I wear pantyhose, I'm going to have to spend $130 on a box of diapers. That's why I spend $130 at Target. No other reason. Things are just expensive. Food's expensive. We're going to start photosynthesizing to save money. Anybody here buy apples recently? Not like mechanical products, actual apples. Do you know how much a bag of apples is? $7.48. I had to spend $7.48 so my kids could take a bite out of a single apple and throw it in the garbage. $7.48 so the lunch monitors at the school think I'm like a kinda decent mom. And they ignore all the bags of Cheetos that are stashed in there. Honestly, we need to go back to the time when kids would give their teachers apples, because if every child in my son's class gave his teacher an apple, End of the week, she can pay off her mortgage. Eggs too. Eggs are insane right now. My in-laws have a farm with like a couple of dozen chickens. I never thought I was going to see the day when their eggs were more valuable than mine. Mine gave their son his citizenship. Like, are we trying to trade? Want to bring any cousins over? I'll give you some of my eggs. You give me some of your eggs. Sorry, my mouth's a little dry. As much as I enjoy being the drinking part of a human water cycle, I really hate the peeing. Like, if I could outsource one minor inconvenience, it would be either peeing or sneezing, which for me, having had 2 kids, is pretty much the same thing. You can tell if someone's, shot a child out of their uterus based on whether they cross both their legs and their fingers when they're sneezing. Kids, they change you. Sorry, I was traumatized. One day you're out there eating your own food, walking around in dry socks, peeing with the door shut. And the next, you're lying awake in bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, listening to see if the baby's awake, so you know if you have to dodge the creaks in the hallway, like you're back in high school, sneaking out of the house. It's almost worth staying in bed and getting the UTI, because once that door opens, they're going to pop up like a little crackhead meerkat. They've heard, they've scented, and then they're going to climb on your lap, yodeling and eat toothpaste while you're trying to pee. Plus now, once they're up for the day. Time has no meaning to children. Honestly, after the last couple of years we've been in a pandemic, time doesn't have a lot of meaning to a lot of people. It really seems like once I got near 30, everything changed. Food lost its taste. Flowers lost their smell. Everybody started wearing masks. My 30s haven't been all bad, though. I have discovered new things. For one thing, my boobs have never been longer. I finally have a decent therapist. And, my toddler has made friends with the mole on my leg and talks to it. So, no, I don't think the pandemic had a negative impact on his ability to socialize. One of the beautiful things, I think, though, has been the gift of acceptance. I have finally accepted that I'm just never going to have abs again. Using the word again here very loosely. I'm now just one of those, human lift-the-flap books. Just boop, 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 boop. But instead of Elmo pointing and going, triangle, he's saying, yeah, the only surprise inside down there is a C-section scar and a tattoo. It's been so long, I'm not even sure what the tattoo is anymore. Guys, we could have matching tattoos. I have no idea. Let me hear it if you do not have a tattoo. Let me hear you make some noise. Losers.
Absolutely.
And here we see where the bully becomes the bully. Remember, children, only you can prevent forest fires and chubby middle schoolers from one day becoming comedians. Well, that was a weird PSA. All right, where are the cool kids? Where are all the tattooed friends at? Yeah, we could have matching tattoo. If anybody has a tattoo that I am not related to and is not my mother, because I know yours matches the one on my wrist, let me hear you make some noise or raise your hands. We are related. All right. Our lovely bartender, you have a tattoo. What's your tattoo?
On my wrist or on my body?
Whatever one. I got one on my wrist and my body. You pick your poison.
I got 2 on my hips, 1 on my foot.
All right. What are they? Besides tattoos.
Dragonflies on my hips.
Dragonflies on your hips. Okay. What do you have on your foot?
A rainbow stars.
A rainbow stars?
On the arch of my foot.
Is it like from Mario rainbow stars? Like Mario Kart?
Just stars.
Just stars. Are they like rainbow, like LGBTQ different stars?
Correct.
There's a little.
Yeah.
There's what is it? Like Tilly on the streets down there. RuPaul's Drag Race queens, just all these rainbow stars. I could have drag queens on my hip.
I got one on my finger.
You have so many tattoos. What's on your finger?
Birds.
Birds? The word birds? Like go birds?
No, free spirit birds.
Free spirit birds. Oh, well, they're not very free. They're stuck to you. So they're
In my mind, they're free.
imprisoned, mind-free spirit birds. That's very deep. It's practically skin deep. You can borrow that. Street joke. But yeah, we could have matching. I could have the queens on my hip. Could be a butterfly. Could say Japanese barbecue grill finger. Could actually just be a fruit snack that got stuck in there. On my own snack pack. My mom started keeping loose hard candies in the bottom of her purse the day she found out I was pregnant. Lip floss your teeth when you eat them. She's such a mean mom. I don't know why I use that voice. She lives like 20 minutes from here. She just sounds like me. I've never seen someone though more excited to get confirmation that their daughter got laid. Because that's all kids are, right? They're the receipt of a good time and a broken condom. Worst 25 cents ever spent. Or best, if they become a doctor. We've got 2 of them. I'm banking on that for my retirement plan. I'll let you know how it works out. I think it also helped that, being Catholic, we did the good thing and lied to our parents about having premarital sex. Mom, we're just going to go play some video games, okay? To this day, the only thing I know how to do is go up and down the stairs from Harry Potter in like 2002. But I am like really good at going up and down the stairs in Harry Potter in like 2002. But there's a lot that I have to thank my mom for. Apart from her actually showing up here tonight and having me make fun of her again in front of people multiple times, which she let me do last weekend as well. She is really a good mom, in spite of what I may have said previously. She's look at all the friends she made me. But she's taught me a lot. She's taught me I don't really have to worry, about the big things, that is. Like, there were those balloons people were saying were either aliens coming to get rid of, humans or nuclear holocaust taking out mankind. And, my mom made it clear from childhood that she's the one who brought me into this world. So she's going to be the one to take me out of it. I don't have to worry about aliens. Honestly, the aliens would be great because I know I'm getting to watch the whole thing go down. Mary Kennedy's got the rest of this on lock. But as a parent who's not intent on murdering their kids, I do have my 2 boys, our 2 little Disney princes. Our oldest son, he's our Prince Charming, right? He's sweet, he's kind, he has severe ADHD. Like, this kid would definitely need to play the matching game with a shoe to figure out who he was talking to 5 minutes ago. And our youngest son, a little angel. Well, that's my 2-year-old, and he is fucking Hercules. For a kid with undescended testicles, he has got some pretty big balls on him. And my mother-in-law, sainted lady that she is, came to me and had said back in fall, that she would take the boys on vacation down to West Virginia. And I was like, yeah, sure, you can take the older one, my 8-year-old. Look at the leaves, pick some apples, guess how many teeth the neighbor has. I keep using that voice for no reason. And she was like, Katie, I can take a baby too. Again, it's not racist. She's from Portugal. It's where they make the white people. Well, anyway, no, you can't take the baby too. He's a baby. Plus, you're going to be down there with the 8-year-old, looking at the leaves, finding shoes, matching them up to ladies, and baby Hercules is going to be over there strangling a bear with a snake, and you're scared of snakes. I feel like that could be a problem for you. Kids are great, have so many. And baby Hercules started talking more recently. Those of you who are parents know that there is nothing more beautiful than the pitter-patter of little feet. 2 o'clock in the morning. And then you hear those sweet words. I just paid. Yeah, we are kind of 48% sure he's been possessed by a demon. But, it's a polite demon, so it's okay. He may be going, surrender your souls and Milky Moose. What's the magic word? That's sign language for please. Yeah, we are the slightest bit pretentious with our chaos demons / human children. I mean, sure, I may be wearing Vaseline and plastic wrap instead of Spanx tonight. But when my baby eats dog food, out of a Lego Duplo, that dog food is blue buffalo. Because when you love them like family, you feed them like family.